What's going on, everybody? Hair here, and yes, here we are. Finally, the Sacramento Kings are back. The season is here. What do we expect? What's going to happen? Let's find out. Let's dive right into it. First and foremost, congrats to our Kings for finally breaking that 17-year playoff drought. We're here, we're back, and now here we are again. We're going for the second round, try to get back to the playoffs, hopefully a championship. So how's that going to go? Now, again, a lot of people say, oh, we benefited a lot from the team being healthy, which I don't see that being a benefit. I mean, you want your team to be healthy, but also other teams being hurt. And that did happen a lot last year. You had the Clippers injured. You had the Lakers were a little bit banged up, even though they still made it to the playoffs, arguably one of the better teams in the playoffs. Even, Durant was injured and all that. You had a lot of star players that were pretty banged up. But that being said, we're here. We're here for round two. Hopefully, we do, keep the same track going, because we all know, we suffered for way too long. 17 years was just way too long. But here we are. We're back. So what do we expect? I expect us to be floating around the 6th seed. Hopefully, we can stay above that, so we don't have to do that play-in stuff. But I believe we'll still be floating around the 5-6 range. Now you're thinking, oh, well, we were the 3rd seed last year, so how are we going to go down? I think a lot of teams did get better. I think we got a little bit better too, but a lot of teams got better, healthier, and it's going to be a tougher West this year. Let's just get straight to it. The Nuggets, the champs, they're still number one to me. You're not going to, champs don't fall until you beat the champs. Next, you have the Grizzlies, who arguably got better too. They have Marcus Smart now, and you're going to get Job back in there eventually too. You still have their giant center. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now, but Steven Adams. He just gives us trouble every single time, and he'll be ready for the season, I believe. He was injured a lot of last season. We had us at the 3rd seed, and like I said, we're still going to be competing for sure, so we won't get that. We have the Suns, who got Bradley Beal now, so you have Bradley Beal, you have Kevin Durant, and you have Devin Booker. That's just an insane three-headed monster. They're arguably going to be the 1 seed with the Nuggets too. You got the Clippers, who to me are a Jekyll Hyde team, because they're on paper very, very talented. They got better last year too, but at the end of the day, they're not very healthy. They're older. I mean, you have Kawhi Leonard and you have Paul George, who are arguably one of the 2 best players in the league, but are always hurt, take a lot of games off. So we'll see. The league implemented some plans to make players play more, but Kawhi said he doesn't care about that. And then you have the Warriors, who of course beat us in the playoffs, but again, they got Chris Paul now too instead of Jordan Poole. So they're arguably smaller and older. We have experience now. I think we're going to be real close to them. But when you have Curry, he can drop 50 anytime. So you just never know. The Lakers, who to me arguably had the best season of the best off season of everybody, they got a lot better. They kept all their tradies who they got. Vanderbilt, Rui. They extended Austin Reeves. D'Angelo Russell. I mean, all those guys that were key parts, they kept them all and added some pieces too. So the Lakers are going to be dangerous. And you have a healthy Anthony Davis, looks like, who doesn't always stay healthy, but LeBron is LeBron. Lakers to me had the best offseason. I'm worried about that team. Then you have the Timberwolves, who gave the Kings so much fits last year, because that's their weakness: long, lengthy, bruising teams. Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, you have Anthony Edwards. Those guys are big, long, bruising dudes, and that gives the Kings fits, long, athletic, bruising teams. Pelicans, who again, another Jekyll Hyde team to me, because you have Brandon Ingram, who's a monster, as Zion, who didn't play all of last year basically. Now he's back. He looks like he's in shape. They can be a wild card too. And then you have the guy that they got from the Blazers last year, McCollum. So that might be an interesting team as well. And then you have the Thunder, to me, who's super sneaky, because to me, they're going to be a lot better this year. They have Giddey, they have Shea, who's just killed it last year. Chet Holmgren, who's now, this is his rookie season, he put on some muscle, but he's a long, lengthy dude that can shoot. Some guys say he was Wemby before Wemby was Wemby. So they're going to be a sneaky team to watch, even though they've been bad all these years. And they might make a trade too with all their picks. The Mavericks, you can never count out Luka, and now with Kyrie, which that's just such a good 1-2 punch. They have our Rashawn, who I don't know if he's actually going to play, and a few good pieces around them. You got 2 mega stars, so when you have two big superstars, it's hard. It's difficult. And then the Blazers, Rockets, and Spurs, I think are all going to go downhill. They're all going to be tanking. The Rockets, maybe they'll compete. They got a couple pieces actually. They, like I said, they signed a couple pieces. You're still looking to get Harden, but I still think those 3 teams we're not going to have to worry about. But on the Jazz too. So the Jazz, last year Lauri Markkanen killed it. I wish we would have got him. And they just have a lot of young, athletic, good pieces that it's a reason why they started off on the first season. They kind of tanked towards the end, but they're a dangerous team too. So that's basically 12 out of 15 teams that I'm like, okay, they have a shot. And I still think we'll end up somewhere in the 6th seed. Hopefully we don't go lower than that. But there's a lot of talented teams on there. That's the whole point of this. I want to be unbiased and be real about it. But as far as the Kings, what did we do? We got Sasha. He's the one that I've really been looking forward to. Very impressed with. He can shoot the hell out of the ball. You've seen that in this preseason. I'm very worried about his defense. He was the MVP in the EuroLeague, but super worried about his defense because he's kind of slow, kind of sluggish, but he cuts great. He's very fundamental. He's smart, basketball-wise, and he's a great player to play with. He'll be real good with Sabonis and company. They have Duarte, who has struggled in the preseason, has struggled all of last year too. Frankly, had a really good rookie season when he was with the Pacers, but has struggled. He's a pesky guy. Hopefully he doesn't commit too many fouls, but he's one guy that I can see fall out of the rotation if he continues to not play great. And then you have that center that they signed, JaVale McGee, a true center, a true backup center. So he basically makes Alex Len unplayable for the most part, even though Alex Len came up clutch in the playoffs for the most part. But McGee's a real-time shot blocker. He's older, but a real big, lengthy center that can help us out. Now, in the preseason, they've been trying to make him play like Sabonis, which I don't like. Just make him a pick-and-roll shot blocker type guy. Just use what he's good at. And then, of course, you have Fox, you have Sabonis, you have Monk, you have Herter. Davion Mitchell's shot looks improved, but it's just preseason. Fox is on super stardom level right now. He killed it in the playoffs. The microscope is on him now. Sabonis was an all-NBA center too, even though he was voted the most overrated guy, I believe. I think it was number 1, the most overrated guy in the league, or paid, or whatever the case may be. But he turned this franchise around from the trade. Win-win trade for Pacers and Kings, Halliburton and Sabonis. So again, we have great pieces. We have a good foundation, Mike Brown and company. I expect Fox to go even further, extend his superstardom that he's been on since last year. Frankly, even before that, but the NBA really saw it last year. We have 20 plus nationally televised games now, which is insane. And I think we're going to capitalize on it. As long as everybody stays healthy, Sabonis' hand is healed up. Hopefully, we got really lucky last year with the injuries, and hopefully we continue to be lucky with it. I do think Monk might eventually take the starting 2 guard too. Herter has been a liability on defense, even last year was shown. He's a great fundamental guy, but our team already lacks a lot of athleticism and defense. Sabonis isn't the most athletic dude, neither is Herter. And even, quite frankly, Barnes isn't the most long, lengthy dude for your small forward spot. So you might see Monk in there to be more athletic, even though he's shorter, he's a lot more athletic. He dropped 40 a couple times last year. And it seems like he can drop a lot of points more than Herter can, just because of how athletic he is, how good he is around the basket, around the ball, and all that. But we'll see. It should be a fun season. I'm very much looking forward to it. What I think we're going to end up, I think we might get the 48 to 50 wins. Me being, looking at the glass half full, 52 wins would be fantastic. Getting above 50 would be great for this franchise. If everything goes right, but we still just lose some close games, maybe 48 wins, 47. If shit hits the fan and we end up, Fox gets hurt, Sabonis gets hurt for extended period of time, we're done. We'll win under 40 games. So we'll see. There's a lot of talent on this team. Like I said, Davion looks to be stepping up with his shot because that hurt us a lot in the playoffs. Hopefully him, Duarte, are real good on defense, and they can help the second unit along with McGee. And hopefully Sasha could just light up the league, like maybe not so much like Luka did, but he has a crazy good shot, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So, like I said, ceiling 52 wins, bottom east and floor, even if we stay healthy, maybe 47, 48. But I believe in the squad. I think we'll be in the playoffs, 6th seed, maybe higher. We'll see. But I believe in the squad. Hopefully things go great. Let's do it. Light the beam.